Hello, welcome back. It's been a week. We've had a bit of a break, but that's all right. We are back with more Mario Baseball. Yay! A whole new set of matchups here in week 3. And we will be starting with the first set of games, which will be the Lightning at the Stars. Then, as you can see over on the left, we've got the whole rest of the schedule for today. The Fury will be taking on the Flock, and then last but not least, the Rocketeers and the Tax Evaders. Now, there is still a bit of weird, the matchups are still kind of uneven at this point. No teams that are positive have faced each other yet, and no teams that are negative have faced each other yet. Because the Lightning are 5-1, the Stars are 0-6, positive versus negative. The Fury are 1-5, and the Flock are 4-2, positive and negative. And then the Rocketeers are 2-4, whereas the Tax Evaders are 6-0. So another positive versus negative. So these matchups will be kind of determining if some of these poor performing teams just had rough matchups, or if some of these well-performing teams have had easy matchups so far, seeing who's frauds and who is just had an unfortunate couple rounds to start here. But we begin with the Stars and the Lightning. The Stars hosting for this week's series. They have their captain as Waluigi. Meanwhile, the Lightning are trying something new. They are going with still Diddy Kong as their captain. I suppose I should say are, because that is my team. Anyway, back to the Stars. For the rest of their lineup, they've got Wario, of course, to pair with Waluigi. Red Toad. They have Red Magic Koopa. Red Dry Bones, otherwise known as Dark Bones. They've got King Boo, Red Noki, Monty Mole, and Toadette. A very red team here. Meanwhile, oh wait, I should do the batting positions. That would be a good idea to just take care of now. Toad is right field, Toadette is left. King Boo is on first. Wario and Dark Bones in the middle. Yes, it's true. Red Madge on third. Red Noki in center field. And Monty Mole is the catcher. There we go. Now for my team, the Lightning. We have 2 Toads, Magic Koopa, Mario, 2 Piantas, and then PD Piranha and DK. A very strong lineup, if I do say so myself. And today we will have we will have the same defensive lineup. We will be a very similar team. However, there will be one key difference. Oh, we're putting Mario in the left field, which doesn't matter too much, but we'll get to the big difference in a second. It is actually pretty significant. But again, we will start with the Stars for their offensive lineup. No changes here. Red Toad, Dark Bones, starred King Boo. Wario, Waluigi, Red Magic Koopa. Then Red Noki, Monty Mole, and Toadette. That's what they're going with. For us, we will make sure the Piantas are left-handed. That is step number 1. And we are using a different lineup. The thing we are changing, we shifted PD back to 3, DK's back down to 4. Then we're putting Mario in the 5 spot. Then Red Pianta, Yellow Pianta. We've bumped Yellow Pianta and swapped him with Mario. Now you may be wondering, why would we do such a thing? And it's because instead of starring Yellow Pianta, we are starring Mario. Mario is a decent power hitter, but with the star, he actually becomes a pretty solid one. I'd say about equal with the Piantas, but with much better contact. That means he's going to be a lot more consistent. Now, because this is the Stars home stadium, we will be on Wario Palace, which is a very small stadium. I think this one's actually the smallest in the game. I just went through and found some, like, stadium dimensions chart. I think this one is smaller than Yoshi Park, but it's very close. Regardless, on such a small stadium like this, starred Mario can actually be a decent power threat. And combining that with the already insane amount of power threats that the Lightning has, I feel like that's just a better idea for us, to just maximize the potential number of power hitters. But anyway, that is my team explained. Mario has not done very well this season, but neither have the Piantas, as Toad is beating out either of them for making our top 3 players list. So I feel like starring Mario might help him climb up our team rankings. Then for the Stars, they're King Boo, who they've been starring every game, is their best player, followed by Red Toad, who's actually hit more home runs than King Boo, funny enough, but has a lot less RBI. Although he does have a better batting average, something to consider. Then we have Wario, another good player for them, with high RBI, and a solid batting average, but he has homered only twice, I believe, which is less than Red Toad, which is very strange. Anyway, I think it's about time we got into this first game of the night. We can talk more stats once we're in. But we gotta get this moving. Here we are for the first game of week 3. The Lightning at the Stars. Green Toad leads off for the Lightning and gets on base with a single slap hit. Yellow Toad now. He has chemistry on base. This is a stadium where Toads have home run pretty consistently, especially Red Toad. It would not be ridiculous to see a Toad home run, especially with that chemistry. Charges, it makes good contact, but it's a line drive up the middle. That'll be a strong single for Yellow Toad, putting 2 runners on base for Petey Piranha, the top player on the Lightning. He's leading the team in both RBI and home runs, although I think he's also leading the team in strikeouts, so he's a very polarized player. He star hits there, and it is a pop fly to center field that will advance no runners and score the first out of the inning. Now there's Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has only hit 1 home run this season, but that might be his second. There it is, right off the bat. First pitch that he sees, he wants to get up that leaderboard. He brings in a 3 RBI home run in this first at-bat of the series. That is a great moment for Donkey Kong. He has been needing something like that to help bring him back. Now we have star to Mario. Line drives it through the infield, gets past Dark Bones. And that brings up Red Pianta. Pianta strikes out. The Pianta's very prone to striking out. That is the only reason I'm not sure if Petey Piranha has the most outs on the team, is just because the Piantas strike out so much. But Yellow Pianta hits into a easy would-be double play, but they only needed 1 out, so that'll just end the inning there. Red Toad, lead off deep shot, but it's not quite a home run. It will be a good double for him, though. Yes, Petey is tied with DK for the 2nd most strikeouts, whereas Yellow Pianta and Diddy Kong have the most strikeouts on the team. Oh wait, no, I didn't see Red Pianta down at the bottom. Red Pianta has the most. Red Pianta struck out 7 times. Diddy Kong and Yellow Pianta 6 times apiece. And then Petey and DK are tied at 5. That is a good deep shot from King Boo. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. No, the laser beam throw. Manages to get that out. That's an unfortunate base running error from Red Drybones. He has quite a few of those on the season. He is, I think, the most mistaken base runner. That brings up Wario now. He has 2 strikes, hits that one foul. He stays alive at least. But he strikes out there. That is rare for Diddy Kong. He has the least strikeouts in the entire league. Even though the Lightning are 5-1, and the Stars are 0-6, Waluigi still has, I believe, 5 more strikeouts than Diddy Kong. Like 23 to 18, I believe. But they do manage to end the inning there, and that'll bring the Lightning's offense yet again. They're up 3-1. Blue Madge hits into a quick out. And that brings up Diddy Kong at the bat. Pops this one up. Dark Bones should be able to get there. That's 2 outs on the inning. Not what you want to see when you have the top of your lineup up. They could try and just get Green Toad out of the inning. Try and start fresh next inning. Or they could go for a 2-out rally. Green Toad hits it through the infield. He's trying to start a rally. Safe by a mile at first. And that brings up Yellow Toad. Have a pickoff attempt, which has never ever worked in the history of this game, at least with the CPUs. 2-1 count. 3-1. Waluigi almost gonna walk this Toad. Toad pops it up, it's high to left field, and Toadette scores the out. That'll end the inning with nothing from the Lightning. That brings up the bottom part of the Stars lineup. They start off with Red Magikoopa. And there's a star chance on the board here. And a good pop-up to center field. Gets down just before the fielder. And that'll be a star and a base hit for the Stars. The amount of times I'm going to be saying the word stars in this game is going to be far too much. Is that off the wall? Yes, it is. Not quite a home run. Very good try by Noki. Very close. Now we have Monty Mole. Monty Mole whiffs a star swing there. 2 runners on base, no outs. It's a good situation for him, but he'll strike out. Couldn't get anything done there. That brings up Toadette, another inconsistent batter. The Lightning are hoping for a double play here that could quickly end this inning with nothing scored from the Stars. Or a strikeout would mean that the next batter, any out, would stop the inning. It's a 2-2 count for Toadette though, and that one clips the corner for a strikeout. 1 more for Diddy Kong there. That brings up a Red Toad to start off the Stars lineup. He'll star hit the outfield, and it does go foul. Doesn't quite bounce off the chain chomp in time. Otherwise, that could have been a pretty easy out for the Lightning. That one gets hit into the tornado. Where will that be thrown? To the chain chomp, and Yellow Toad is there. They practiced that one, the Lightning did, knowing that this chaotic stadium is difficult for teams that aren't used to it. That was a good play that ends the inning there, and brings up Petey to lead off for the Lightning. Petey has a ball and a strike. He hits this one deep. It's to the corner, and it gets down for a fair ball. Toadette gets hit while trying to go grab it. Petey looks to go for 3, but decides against it. Probably a good call. That brings up DK with chemistry. He hit a dinger on his first at-bat, even without any. Now with PD on base, this ball could be gone. As long as he hits it, of course. Still no guarantee for Donkey Kong, as he has 2 strikes on the board. And a changeup, but he makes good contact, and that is gone! Another home run for Donkey Kong. He had just 1 through the first 6 games of the season, and now he's scored 2 in this game alone. This is a phenomenal game for Donkey Kong. He is getting himself back on the board. Climbing up that leaderboard, those 6 RBI have now almost doubled. He's sitting at 11. Tied with Yellow Toad, in fact. That's a good shot from Star to Mario. That'll be a solo shot homer to follow up Donkey Kong. That's incredible. That's exactly what the Lightning were hoping to see from that. From Starring Mario, good contact on a charged swing, and it is gone on a small stadium. That is now a 6-1 lead for the Lightning here in the top of the 3rd. That brings up 2 more power hitters with Red Pianta and Yellow Pianta. Good contact, but bad timing means it goes foul. A tough curveball goes down for strike 2. This one, they make contact, but it's a pop fly to left field. And that's caught for the first out of the inning. Next up is Yellow Pianta. He slaps it just past the infield. And that'll get down for a single. Yellow Pianta makes it on base. Now there's Blue Magic Koopa. He slaps it. It's to Wario. He dives and grabs it. And 2 outs on the inning with Diddy Kong up to bat. Diddy Kong charges, but Wario's able to slide and make the play at first. That was a good defensive inning from Wario, but after those few home runs they gave up, they're still not looking, they're not liking the looks of this. The Stars, they're leading off this inning with Dark Bones. And Pianta makes a jumping grab there to catch that slap hit. That'll bring up King Boo, 1 out, no one on base. Not only that, but the Stars have burned through a lot of their stars, so their starred King Boo doesn't have any to use. Let's try saying that sentence 5 times fast. As King Boo strikes out there, you get 2 on the inning. Now Wario up to bat. He's got a tough situation to try and make their way out of, and that is an out. Another jumping grab by Yellow Pianta will end that inning. And that is a quick out from Green Toad. Now we have Yellow Toad. And that is a popped up shot, and it gets down just past Red Noki. That'll be a double for PD Piranha. That brings up DK with chemistry yet again. This one just gets line drived, goes to Toadette. PD Piranha's going home, and he makes it. A close play, but he manages to get home safe. And that's 1 more RBI for DK. Mario slaps this one deep to center. That is a deep single. DK's thinking about going home, but he doesn't quite get there. He hesitated and was a little bit too late. That'll still be another run for the Lightning, so it's 7-1, as the Stars have yet to score since the first inning. Entering the bottom of the 4th, it's 2 quick outs for them as well. Not looking so good here. They have Red Noki now. Slaps this one over to left field. Mario's there, but he's not able to get under it. And that'll be a base hit for Red Noki. Now they have Monty and Toadette up next for the Stars. So this will be a tough chance to get a run in here. Monty slaps this one, but DK's able to grab it and throw it to first to end the inning. 7-1 lead for the Lightning, and they've got both Piantas up to bat. Two quick strikes is not looking good for the Pianta. Makes contact, but it goes foul. Ooh. That one bounced off the chain chomp. They had a chance to grab it. That's a deep slap hit. That'll get down for probably a double. Yes, most certainly. There it is. A double for Red Pianta. Now Yellow Pianta has chemistry on base. Although he's not starred, this is very similar in power. A star pitch from Waluigi brings his power down, trying to make up for that chemistry he had on base. But he still manages to charge it into the outfield gap and bring in Red Pianta. Still no outs on the inning. Blue Magic is here. They star pitch, and Magic slaps it foul, staying alive at this at-bat. That was a close pitch. I probably would have swung at that, but it goes for ball one. That's a bad slap. That'll be thrown for the out at first. Now we have Diddy Kong slaps it just through the infield. That'll be runners on the corners for none other than Green Toad. The Toads and Piantas do not have chemistry in this game, unlike Sluggers, where they do have chemistry. And they are quite the outfield slap hit duo. Since the Piantas are speed class, they don't charge as often. But in this game, they're power class, which means they strike out a lot more, because their charge contact is pretty ass. Oh, a star hit into a forced bobble. That'll bring in one run. Good hit by Green Toad. Now Yellow Toad also star hits into a forced bobble on Wario, and that loads the bases for none other than Petey Piranha. The Lightning have a chance to get a grand slam here, with just one out on the inning. Petey Piranha can play this one safe. He star hits it to right field. It's not going to be a grand slam, but that will be a 2 RBI single for him. A big shot for Petey Piranha, and now a chance for a bigger shot from Donkey Kong. 2 runners on, one of them has chemistry. Is he looking to charge this ball? No, he'll star hit. Star hits it, curves into the gap. That'll bring in one run and put runners on second and third. No, Petey's going home. Petey's not going to make that, and that'll be out number 2 of the inning. However, the Lightning have scored 4 here, so this is still a good inning for them. And that brings up none other than starred Mario. 2-out situation. He'll take strike 1 looking. The second pitch he charges on, and that one is deep. A 2-run home run. Another homer for Mario. Starred Mario is putting in the work. I was skeptical at first. I didn't think he'd be better than a starred Pianta, but he certainly is looking like it so far. We might have to keep starred Mario. I don't know. This guy is so good. Now we have Red Pianta slapping it through the infield. That'll be a deep single for him. That brings up Yellow Pianta. With chemistry on base, he lines it right to Wario. That's an out, but not until 7 runs score. That is a big inning for the Lightning. They are up 14-1. A big win like this could be exactly what they need, considering that despite they are 5-1, second place in the standings, they have a worse run differential than the Flock, who are 4-2. The Lightning only have a +7 run differential, while the Flock have a +12 run differential. It's a big shot for Red Toad. It's not quite a home run. It bounces off the wall. But that will be a very big single for him. That lets Dark Bones get a chance to make it on base. He charges but can't make contact. The 1-1 pitch is a curve that sweeps for strike 2. Another curveball is hit deep by Dark Bones. That'll bounce off the wall. For a standing double, they're sending Red Toad home. Wrong call. DK has laser throw. In fact, 3 of the 4 infielders for the Lightning have laser throw. Which makes those close plays a shoo-in for the Lightning most of the time. Well, it would if the Piantas didn't have anti-chem with PD Piranha. That makes some of those throws a bit of a gamble, but from DK, it's a guaranteed laser beam throw straight to home. And they do manage to end the inning quickly after, not allowing the Stars to score any runs. That brings up 2 quick outs to start the inning for the Lightning. Not what they want to see, but they're back at the top of their lineup. They could try and start a 2-out rally here. Instead, a deep shot to the center fielder is going to get an out for Green Toad and end the inning. 0-run score for the Lightning, but they are still up by 13. Now we have the Stars. Wario, a strong line drive down the third base line. And that'll be an easy single for him. Now we've got Waluigi. Waluigi with chemistry on base. He has 2 strikes. He could be going for a star hit with this next one. Or it could be a charge. That's a terrible decision. Wait a second. It's a bobble from DK. And Waluigi manages to reach base on that error. Red Magic Koopa star hits it up the middle, and that's bases loaded. This is looking like a good situation for the Stars. They've got Red Noki into Monty into Toadette. So maybe not the 3 characters that you want to take advantage of this situation, but with no outs on the inning, there's still a great chance that they will score at least 1 run. But a strikeout from Red Noki is not what you want to see if you're a Stars fan. That means a double play could end this inning right now with no runs scoring. And Monty Mole is not exactly who you want to count on if you don't want a double play. As he misses another star swing in this game. And he strikes out. That's 2 now. 2 in a row for Diddy Kong. And now an out anywhere will end this inning. And there's a force on every single base, including home. This one is popped up. Over to right field. Yellow Toad's under it. No run score for the Stars. They fumbled that bases loaded situation. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Now the Stars have to lock down on defense to try and not let the Lightning score any more runs. The Lightning, they have Yellow Toad. They will not be giving up, but it's a pop to left field that is caught by Toadette for the easy out. Next up is Petey. He'll just slap it into right field. Gets him on base for a very clean single. Petey's just trying to get chemistry on base for DK at this point, trying to get him a couple more home runs. Will we see another one? No, not quite. It is a pop fly to Toadette yet again. Second one of the inning. What can Star Mario do here, though? They have no stars to work with. And Waluigi, star pitches there to bring his power down. The ball will still be fair. The ball gets down. And PD Piranha makes it home. They score a run off of that deep double by Mario. Now they have the Piantas up. It's a 2-out situation, so they'll need to be careful, but they won't. Fred Pianta gets thrown out at first, and that will end the inning. They do manage to score a run, so that means they are up 14 on the Stars. This would have to be a hell of a comeback from the Stars to even get close here. The leadoff single from Red Toad Can't get much better than that. Dark Bones hits it foul. Next pitch, he slaps up the middle. It gets through the infield, and that's a safe base hit. Now that brings up King Boo. King Boo is rather prone to strikeouts, but instead he'll slap with a star hit here. But it's popped too far to the center fielder. And that's the first out of the inning. They'll need these mid-roster and back of the lineup players to put in the work. Deep shot by Wario. That'll get down. Gets down in the gap. That'll bring home one. They don't go for two. Good call from Dark Bones. Still down by 13, but if you're gonna score the runs, this is gonna be how. But Blue Magic Koopa gets the 50-50 right and gets Waluigi out off of his star hit. Now that brings up Red Magic Koopa, 2 outs. One more and the Lightning are victorious. The Stars would need a miracle here to win at this point. With 2 outs, 2 strikes. They'll slap it through the infield. That'll score another run. It's now 15-3. But they have to be so incredibly careful. And an out anywhere will instantly end it. DK jumps too early. The out will not come there. They'll score one more run, the Stars will. And that brings up Monty. Monty into Toadette. This is what ended their chance last inning. Will these 2 batters hit well this time? Monty does. And Mario gets stunned in the outfield. That is an easy single for Monty Mole. Toadette now. Stars are still down by 10. They'll need a lot of runs here. They're trying to steal with both players. Petey makes the throw to third in time. Monty actually sticks on second base, forcing Toadette to turn back and run to third. And that ends the game on that fatal base running error from Monty on what had been an incredible inning for the Stars. At least their best inning of the game. As DK wins a deserving MVP for that. Looking to end the Tax Evaders' perfect season. Well, this is a chance. This is your chance. It's a 6-0 start. It's not like they're gonna go undefeated the whole season. So it could happen here. This certainly could be the week. I think the Rocketeers are a lot better than the Stars or Fury, no offense, who have a combined 1 win. So I think you guys are going to put up at least a lot more of a fight. I think you'll probably win at least one. But yeah, DK finally did something this game. He had a whole 2 homers. Starred Mario also had 2 home runs. I just want to point that out. He's kind of fire. I think I'm going to stick with Starred Mario. The Piantas are cool. But, I mean, the results speak for themselves. 6 strikeouts from Diddy Kong. Not bad, not bad. Now we switch over to the Stars. Waluigi had just 1 strikeout. I think that's going to put these 2 players tied for their total strikeouts. And the Stars had no home runs. None from King Boo, Wario, not even Red Toad homered. Unfortunate. That will end our first game of the day. A 15-5 thrashing. The Lightning come away with the win. This game was rough. Yeah. An unfortunate loss for the Stars. Their offense just wasn't there today. That's okay. They've got 2 more games against the Lightning. And now we move on to the next game, the Fury and the Flock. Oh. I think the game crashed. That's not good. That's unfortunate. Oh, audio is not there. There we go. We have audio and we have visual. We're so locked in. Alright. Next set of games. Next game is the Fury at the Flock. So the Flock will be hosting with their captain, Birdo. And then the Fury have Daisy as their captain, of course. The only captain character they have. Now we go to the Flock. They have blue and green Shy Guys. They have blue and purple Toads. And they have Boo as their pitcher. They've got Luigi, Blue Pianta as their star player, and then Green Noki. Let's get this infield lined up. They have Pianta, second, Birdo shortstop, Green Shy Guy first, Blue Shy Guy catcher, Green Noki right field, Blue Toad left field, Purple Toad center field, and Luigi's over on third. That looks right to me. Now we go to the Fury. They have Yellow Shy Guy, 3 Dry Bones, Paragoomba, and Goomba, and then both of the babies. They have Yellow Shy Guy on third. Who's their catcher? It is Green Bones, the green one. Goomba is their first baseman. Paragoomba in center field. Baby Mario in left. Yes. Wait. Yes, Dry Bones is second. Blue is shortstop. Okay. Now line up for the Flock. They've got their Shy Guys to lead off for them. And then Star the Blue Pianta. They do not specify that they want him to bat left-handed, so we will keep him as a righty. And then we move down to the Fury. They lead off with their Shy Guy as well, into their Triple Bones combo. So this is Blue Bones. It's green, then blue, then gray. Green, blue, gray. Yes, perfect. Paragoomba Goomba. Daisy, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. This is it. This is the lineup. And as they are playing at the Flock's home stadium, they will be visiting Bowser Castle. It returns. Last week, the Flock lost their home series against the Rocketeers, but it was a 2-1 series. The Fury also lost a 2-1 series. They managed to get their first win of the season against the Lightning at the Lightning's home stadium, which is a very small stadium. Impressive win for them. We will see how these two teams face off here, coming off of disappointing series losses. The Flock, although they lost the last series, are still positive at 4-2, as they swept their first series against the Stars. I am going to forget so many of these matchup facts as the season goes on, and as we get past week 3. It is a leadoff hit. That is an out, caught by Birdo's suction catch. But yeah, I'm going to forget all of these matchups by like week 5. I'm just going to forget who played who ever. Shocker, when there's only 2 matchups per team, it's pretty easy to remember. There's 1 Dry Bones on base. Make that 2 with Blue Dry Bones. Gets a great shot over to left field. That brings up Gray Bones with 2 Bones on base. He's got chemistry, boosted power. Will he be able to make good contact? It would be hard for him to hit a home run here, but he could certainly hit something to the back wall. Instead, he'll start it, it dribbles through the infield, and loads the bases for Paragoomba. Paragoomba is the only player on this team so far with a home run. He is the power threat, apparently. Oh! Green Shy Guy almost gets a double play, but he had to jump a little bit off base to grab that. That's a pop fly to right field. Green Noki gets it, and that ends the inning. None scored for the Fury. Now that brings up the Flock. Their offense will take the field for the first time in this game. Green Shy Guy gets on base. That gives Blue Shy Guy chemistry. He'll slap it up. It's to the back wall. It bounces off the very top of the wall for a deep single. That was very nearly a corner shot for the home run. If it gets just barely onto that lip and doesn't bounce off of the thwomps, that can count as a home run. So that ball was very, very close to being counted as a two-run homer. Fortunately for the Fury, it was not quite close enough. Now they have starred Blue Pianta. Starred Blue Pianta will bring in one of the Shy Guys. That is a 1-0 lead for the Flock here in the bottom of the first inning. Now they have Captain Birdo, chemistry with the Shy Guys on base. Well, the one Shy Guy. The other one already went home. And Birdo will strike out. That is the first out of the inning. Excuse me. That brings up Boo. He hits it right to Blue Dry Bones, who manages to get just one out. Boo runs that one out first. And now we have Luigi, with the second most RBI on this team, just one behind power-hitting starred player, Blue Pianta. And Luigi slaps it through the infield, and you can see why. A great consistent slap player. Maybe these Mario Bros are better than we thought they would be. Brings in another one and makes it 2-0 Flock. With 2 outs on the inning, they have Green Noki up to bat. I can close this roster list. Don't need to be draining my phone battery any more than it already is. And that's a strikeout for Green Noki. That'll end the first inning for the Flock, but they are up 2-0. What will the Fury do here? They're leading off with Daisy. Daisy hits this one deep to left field, but Blue Toad is able to get under it. That's the first out of the inning. Baby Mario slaps it through the infield, and that'll be a single on-base hit for the Fury. Takes a quick strike, slaps this one, but Birdo grabs it. Doesn't make the double play at first, doesn't have time to throw it. They still have 2 outs though, so any one more, as that ball goes straight through Blue Pianta's head. That was an unfortunate miss. And that brings up the Bones. The Fury have their consistent slap hitters in the Dry Bones. As you can see, Blue Dry Bones over there on the right side. He has a .630 batting average. Very impressive. However, so does Boo for the Flock. Despite also being a phenomenal pitcher, he is a good offensive player as well. As Green Drybone's star hits deep into the outfield to bring in 2 runs and tie the game. Now we have starred Blue Drybones. This player has been solid on offense and solid on defense. 2 double plays turned, tied for 5th place in the league. And with a .630 batting average, one of the most consistent batters. That is deep to the wall. That almost went over. But it'll stay in the park, and that's 2 runners on base. For none other than Graybone. Graybones hits it to Luigi, who makes the play at first. They'll stop the Fury from taking the lead. But the game is still tied. As we enter the bottom of the 2nd inning, the Flock will try to take it back. A strong hit by Blue Toad, but it is caught from a diving Drybones. Purple Toad slaps this one to the outfield. It gets down before Paragoomba. And that'll be a single for Purple Toad. Now we've got the Shy Guys for the Flock. Green Shy Guy with a 1-1 count. Make that 1-2. He'll slap that one, but Blue Drybones jumps to grab it. 2 outs on the inning. Blue Shy Guy hits this one. Drybones jumps over it. Mistimed that jump. That'll be 2 runners on base. Now Blue Pianta makes good contact there, but it's not quite deep enough. Baby Luigi gets under it in the outfield. And that is a tie game through 2 innings. The Fury are a dangerous slap-hitting team with those Drybones that they have. They're threatening teams on these more defensive favoring stadiums. Now they're back on offense. Goomba with a high shot is off the foul pole for a fair ball. I guess it's not a foul pole, it's a foul castle tower, because it does not count as a home run if you hit it, which most home run poles do, or foul poles do. Daisy gets a good RBI there. She brings in Goomba to put the Fury ahead, 3-2. They take the lead. Now Baby Mario, just 1 out on the inning. Hits one deep to right field, but Green Noki gets under it. 2 outs, still 1 runner on for Baby Luigi. Pitch is an inside ball. Then one straight through the zone that's slapped for a base hit single. Baby Luigi. 1 of 2 runners on base, and now we have Yellow Shy Guy at the bat. He hits this one deep to left field, but Blue Toad's able to get under it. Catches that one diving, and that will end the inning. Brings up the Flock's offense one more time. And they start with Birdo. That will be going into Boo, then Luigi. And Birdo hits a good charge swing through the infield. Makes it on base. She also earns a star for Boo, but he chooses not to use it, just slapping straight up the middle. Brings up Luigi with 2 runners on base, no outs. The Flock, the They hit straight to Blue Dry Bones. That is one out. Luigi runs it out at first. That's runners on corners with just one out. And Green Noki up to bat. Will she tie the game up? 1-1 count. She slaps it. It gets past Goomba. That will bring in Birdo. Luigi makes it to third. Tie game, 3 apiece. Fury and the Flock. Much more even slap-wise. Or I suppose defensively. Since the offense is rather limited, at least in terms of home runs. This is a very defensive game, which is one of the things that the Fury excel at. They actually have a good chance to win in the stadium, and Daisy gets a strikeout there against Blue Toad. That'll be a good way to claw back the end of this inning. Now they just need to get Purple Toad out. He watches 2 go straight down the middle, but just watches that inside ball. He looks at the last pitch, and that one is also down the middle for a strikeout. Daisy gets 2 in a row and ends the inning. Tie game 3-3. The Fury are back up to bat. Slap from Green Bones gets past the infield. Over Blue Pianta's head. That brings up Starred Blue. It's a powerful slap shot through the third base area. And now that's 2 on base for Gray Bones. Take strike 1 looking. The next ball he star hits up the middle. That loads the bases but doesn't bring anyone home. Instead, they'll rely on Paragoomba. Their player with the most RBI on the whole team, and the only player with a home run, which I have said before. But I just think it's such a fun fact, I have to keep sharing it. And Paragoomba will end up bringing in a run here, continuing the rally, keeping the bases loaded. For none other than Goomba, who has chemistry on base, and we see a Goom Bomb. Everyone wants it. Except for the Flock. The Flock do not want it. Instead he'll star hit, but it's straight to Birdo. That's 2 outs. Doesn't end the inning, because there were no outs. And they will bring in another run off of it. That one is slapped to Blue Pianta. He's able to make the diving catch, but the Fury are up 2. It's 5-3. Although they're currently behind, the Flock aren't too disadvantaged because they still have an extra inning. This is only the bottom of the 4th, so this is their rebuttal. Will they be able to tie the game back up or potentially take a lead for themselves? Starting off, getting Green Shy Guy on base is a great start. But a Blue Shy Guy pop fly is not what you want to see. Now that's 1 out for Blue Pianta. He'll slap it over the infield. He'll hit a star pad. That'll get the Flock another star. As they have runners on the corners for Birdo. Birdo's got chemistry with one of the Shy Guys. You would love to see a Birdo star hit, but she misses it. Unfortunate. And a strikeout for Daisy. It's going to put the Flock with 2 outs. Now they have Boo up to bat. He's going to slap it straight to Yellow Shy Guy and end the inning. They are now officially down. The Fury looking to add on to their 2-run lead. Baby Mario starts with a line out to Blue Pianta. I almost said pop, but that's not quite what that is. Baby Luigi hits a ground ball to regular Luigi, who makes the play. Now brings us to the leadoff hitter, Yellow Shy Guy, who gets caught by jumping Green Shy Guy. Great defensive play there. That ends the inning and gives the flock another chance to come back. We just got a strong slap there, but it curves foul. He hits this one deep. This is to the outfield. Is it off the wall? Yes, it is. He's going for 3, and it's a triple for Luigi. Now that they have a runner on base and no outs, will Green Noki be able to bring in this run to cut the lead to just 1? She's got 2 strikes so far. And doesn't swing at that corner pitch. That's a strikeout. Now we've got Blue Toad. He slaps it, but Gray Bones is able to catch it with his jump. Not that he has like a jumping ability or anything, just like a regular jump. And now that's 2 outs for the flock. Could they go another inning with a good chance at an RBI and not getting one? Yes, they will. 2 zeros back-to-back in innings where they had a runner on third base. Starting with 0 outs. And they just couldn't bring it home. Now the Fury's offense is starting to show up with their Dry Bones lineup. Except Blue Dry Bones wants to bunt for some reason. Luigi throws to second. Oh, wrong play, Luigi. Never go for the double play on that. Birdo makes the catch, and that's a double play from Birdo. Birdo with the suction catch. That catches Dry Bones off guard. He's too far away from base, and they're able to double him off. And now they have Paragoomba with just 1 runner on base. He'll make it on as well, but they don't bring anyone home. Now they have Goomba, regular Goomba, who slaps it within range of Birdo. That ends the inning. Another 0 spot for the Fury. The Flock have been disappointing offensively, but they've been locking down defensively. They just need to take advantage of the chances that they've given themselves. Shy Guy's putting a good start there with a clean double. That was also off of a star chance, which is very good for the Flock. Now Blue Shy Guy comes up. He's got 2 quick strikes. That's no good. And then he strikes out on the next ball. That's the first out of the inning. Starred Blue Pianta. What can he do? He hits this one deep. It's back to the wall. And that'll bring a run home. It's 5-4. The lead is just 1 for the Fury. The Flock have a chance here to make this comeback. Birdo makes good contact, but it's not deep enough. Doesn't hit the ball. Doesn't hit the wall. Apologies. And Paragoomba is able to catch it. Now that's 2 outs for them. And that brings up none other than Boo. Boo slaps this one through the infield. And that's 2 on base. What a consistent batter Boo is. And now we have Luigi, the king of RBI for the Flock, other than Blue Pianta, but you know. A star hit from Luigi will load the bases. For none other than Green Noki. She's been playing well so far this game. She just needs 1 more base hit and she gets one. That's a tie game. Hold on, they're sending Boo home. And they make it, even with the chemistry from Bones to Bones. That is now a lead for the Flock. They're up 5-6. have Blue Toad up, 2 outs on the inning, and 2 runners on base. Blue Toad star hits up the middle. That will load the bases. No, they're sending Luigi home. They'll make it. That's now a 2-run lead for the Flock. What a comeback. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But the Fury will still have one more chance to undo this. However, before they get that chance, the Flock have the chance to add more to what they have to accomplish. Purple Toad hits this one deep, but Baby Luigi should be able to get there. That'll end the inning, but it's a 2-run lead for the Flock. Now the Fury are the ones having to play from behind. They have Daisy starting off the inning for them. She hits this one deep to the outfield gap. That gets down for a double. She thought about going back to first, but she wanted to get the double off of that. Just so there's not as much risk of a double play. Two strikes on Baby Mario. But he's a patient batter, looking to stay alive, making contact with these difficult pitches. He's got a 2-2 count now. 3-2. Baby Mario hoping for a walk, but it's a strike down the middle. He doesn't swing at it. And that is an out. Now we have Baby Luigi. Baby Luigi hits this one high to center field, and Purple Toad's able to get under it. 2 outs on the inning, 1 more. And the Flock are going home winners. They'll have to get this out against Yellow Shy Guy, because if they don't, then that brings up the Dry Bones lineup, which is very likely base hits for the Fury. They've got a 3-1 count on Shy Guy, though. Ooh, a rough swing there. And now a full count, a star hit, but it's not far enough. And that's the game. The Flock make a great comeback in the bottom of the 6th to take a lead that the Fury just can't come back from. That will be a win for the Flock. They move to 5-3, whereas the Fury are 1-6. But a close game is promising for the Fury for these next couple matchups. Yay, we don't have to save. And Green Noki is given the honor of MVP for her performance. Let's look at how the Fury did. Quite a few base hits from their Dry Bones. 2 of them batting 1,000. Gray Bones went 2 for 4. That's not bad either. Paragoomba, also 2 for 4 with an RBI. Daisy had an RBI. And then Green Bones had the other 2 RBI. On defense, Daisy got 8 strikeouts using just 0 star pitches. Boo used 3 star pitches, but he only managed to get 1 strikeout. Boo has been kind of disappointing in the strikeout area ever since that first series. In the first series, he had like 25 or something. And now he hasn't got more than like 3 in a single game. Very strange. But here's the Flock's offense. A lot of their batters performing well. Blue Pianta getting 2 RBI, Luigi 1. Greenoki got 3. That is well deserved. Good performance for her. And now we go back for game 3 of the night. The last matchup is the Rocketeers and the Tax Evaders. This is going to be a fun one. Let me pull up my lineups. As the Tax Evaders are the home team, we will have Bowser Jr. be the first captain selected. In the Rocketeers, they have Yoshi as their captain. Tax Evaders have Bowser, Hammer Bro, Boomerang Bro. They have green Koopa and red Paratroopa. They have Peach, black Shy Guy, and green Magic Koopa. And now let me get the positions correct. Peach is the pitcher, Bowser's on first, Boomerang Bro catcher, Hammer Bro is in center field, Shy Guy is the shortstop, Koopa is on second, and switch Paratroopa and Junior, and that is all good. The Tax Evaders. Alright, now for the Rocketeers. They have Yoshi, they have green Paratroopa and red Koopa. So we are seeing the battle of the Koopas. And in a similar vein, they also have Fire Bro compared to the other two bros that are on the Tax Evaders. They have red Shy Guy, yellow Magic Koopa, and then they have blue Noki, Dixie Kong, and Toadsworth. So a few differences, but these teams have a lot of similar players, which is very interesting to see. Toadsworth in center, their right fielder is red Koopa Troopa. I see. Third base is yellow Madge, yes. Yes. All of these things are true. True and real. And now we move on to the lineups. They have starred Boomerang Bro. This is a very dangerous lineup for the Tax Evaders. It always has been, and it will continue to be scary for every team that they play. Let's see, they have Yoshi lead off, Paratroopa, and straight into Fire Bro. Red Shy Guy, Yellow Madge, Blue Noki, Paratroopa, Dixie, or not Paratroopa, Red Koopa, and Dixie, then Toadsworth. Okay. I may have said it wrong, but the lineups are right. And they're playing at the Tax Evaders home stadium. This is the debut of Peach Garden. Wow. First time we're seeing it. Let me save the state, just in case something happens wrong. Oh, wait a second. I set this up wrong. I have this wrong on my schedule, actually. The Rocketeers are the home team. Oh, man. Peach Garden does not debut until next week against the Flock. Whoopsie. We're gonna have to go all the way back for this one. And we'll have to undo all of these characters. You know what? I think it might be closer. It might be quicker to just close the game. And then reopen. Well, the bar on the right side and left side are both incorrect. The Rocketeers are the home team here. My bad. My bad. The rest of the matchups were correct in terms of home away. Just this game, I made a mistake. My apologies. Alright, now we have to go back through and do all of these teams again. They have Yellow Magic Koopa, Blue Noki, Fire Bro, Toadsworth, Dixie, and Red Shy Guy. Oh. Okay, there we go. Koopa, Red Para, green Magikoopa, and they also have Boomerang Bro, Hammer Bro, Bowser, Black Shy Guy, and Peach. Almost forgot Peach. How could I? This one's Hammer Bro. Yes, yes, yes. Almost, almost. There it is. That should be good. Double checking. Boom. Alright. Speak quick. Speak quick, but also be right. That is more important. Koopa, then Noki, and Koopa, Dixie, Toadsworth. Okay. Okay. Yes, yes. All is good. Probably. And then it's Para Koopa. Oh no, it's Koopa. Koopa Para. Then Peach. And then Shy Guy. Then Green Madge. Okay. Alright. We are on Mario Stadium. Okay, now I have to save this one. This is the debut of Mario Stadium for the Rocketeers. My mistake. It is still a debut of a stadium, and the only one that has not appeared is Peach Garden for the Tax Evaders, which will be next week. One of the matchups next week against the Flock. We saw Yoshi Park, DK Jungle, and Wario Palace in the first week. Yoshi Park and Wario Palace repeated in the second week while Bowser Castle was unveiled from the Flock. And now we have the 5th stadium revealed. For the first time is Mario Stadium, home of the Forgotten Variant Rocketeers. And now we begin the game. Play ball. Here we are, the green 49er Tax Evaders versus the Forgotten Variant Rocketeers. Don't mind that this is the wrong stadium. Well, it is the right stadium. The things on the side are wrong. The Rocketeers are the home team. That was my mistake when I was making the schedule. There is no mistake with this game. It is double checked. Yoshi makes the first out in left field. This is a surprisingly large stadium, but still not impossible for the bros to homer on. Even unstarred Hammer Bro. However, Dixie is looking to make this a good home opener for the Rocketeers. Toadsworth not able to get there in time. That almost bounces over. That'll be a double, maybe a triple. No! He got greedy. Hammer Bro is thrown out. A base running error for him. Good contact from Boomerang Bro, tries to make up for it, but it curves foul. I'll have to be at least on the next pitch, which is a inside strike. That one's another good contact that curves foul. And Dixie strikes him out. That ends the inning. 0 for the Tax Evaders. The Rocketeers hold them to nothing in the first inning. And it's looking good for the home opener. Best fans in the league, says the Rocketeers GM in the chat. There is certainly a lot of attendance. Yoshi also going for 3, and he's also out. Both teams tried to get greedy in their first couple players, and did not work for either of them. Unfortunate. I hope you lose. Who is that directed to? I assume probably the Rocketeers, since they were just talking in the chat. Well, where's your team? Yeah. Yeah, how about that? Milk-flavored LaCroix. How about that? Why didn't you join the league? It's Fire Bro. Strikes out. Zeros from both of these teams to start the game. Each team has one hit, but no runners were actually on base, as they were both thrown out trying to get greedy triples. I don't need a team when I can hit yours. Yeah, talk to me when you win a game in the league, little bro. And a strikeout on Bowser, too. This is going to be a very good defensive game. Don't need to hear it from the guy with 0 wins on the season, yeah. This guy doesn't even have a single run scored. We should gang up on this guy. We should double team. What? Who said that? Eiffel Tower him. Mods. Kiss that man. Anyway. The Tax Evaders finally get a runner on base. A double from Green Koopa Troopa. And another good hit from Koopa Paratroopa. Means that there are runners on the corners with just one out. And the game is lagging quite a bit. Too many fans here. The game can't handle it. And now they have Peach. Peach has done a surprisingly good job as a batter. She's also easily the best pitcher in the league in terms of her stats. 6.67 ERA and 40 strikeouts is leagues ahead of any other pitcher in the league. But she hits into a double play there that ends the inning with another 0 for the Tax Evaders. That is great defensive playing from their Koopa Paratroopa. That brings up the Rocketeers offense yet again. They'll start with their red Shy Guy. Shy Guy slaps it through the infield. And that is a single for them. Both teams getting another base hit in this second inning. Will the Rocketeers be able to get 2? No, that is caught out by Magic Koopa. Almost thrown for the double play, but Red Shy Guy makes it back. Rocketeers have Blue Noki up now. And a strikeout from Blue Noki will bring up Red Koopa Troopa. The Power Koopa. Not that that's really all that strong. He takes 2 quick strikes. Did he strike out? Ooh, that was a close ball. Good eye on Koopa. He pops this one up, and that should be an out. That'll end the inning. Another 0 spot. No runs scored from either team in the first 2 innings. Very impressive, considering how offensive both of these teams are. A good line drive from Black Shy Guy will get him on base, though. As the Tax Evaders look to open up the scoring in this game. It's been very silent so far. A good hit from Magic Koopa. Gets past even Yoshi in the outfield. They might be looking to score a run. They'll try, and they make it. The Tax Evaders score the first run of the game here in the 3rd inning. Out above Shy Guy's head, and just past where Yoshi could run. Now they'll bring up Bowser Jr. Chemistry with the Magic Koopa on base. Hits this one deep to left field. It's high, and it bounces off the wall. That'll bring a runner home. It's 2-0 now. Runner on base, providing chemistry to Hammer Bro, which is not what the Rocketeers want to see at all. Getting 2 strikes on him is what they want to see. Will Dixie be able to strike him out? No, he'll slap it to the first base foul line. They're trying to get Bowser Jr. home, but they cannot do it. He's thrown out at the home plate. Now there's one out on the inning. This one goes straight over Blue Noki's head. A very close call. And that'll put runners on the corners. Double chemistry for Bowser. Scary situation for the Rocketeers. Will Dixie be able to get them out of it? Strike one. That one's clobbered, but it's foul. 2 strikes. They just need one more. That's not a foul. And there it is. That's a strikeout on Bowser. No more power hitters. They have Green Koopa Troopa, who will star hit through the infield. That'll bring a run home. And that's a 3-0 lead for the Tax Evaders. Now we have Red Koopa Paratroopa. Slaps this one straight to Magic Koopa. That ends the inning. The Rocketeers happy to escape any big hits there, but they do so give up a few runs. Now they'll be starting with Dixie Kong here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Dixie Kong will strike out. It's a rough start for the Rocketeers, but they have a starter chance with Toadsworth, so this is a very important at-bat as well. Toadsworth gets good contact, but it goes just foul. Tiny bit. Now he's got 2 strikes. He's a good contact hitter, though, as long as he can time the shot correctly. As he hits another one foul, and swings too early. 2 strikeouts. That brings up Yoshi. He charges for some reason. Good thing he doesn't swing that one. Watches that inside pitch. Cut in for strike 2. Good slap hit. It's a little too high, and Hammer Bro's able to get under it. They'll end the inning scoreless again for the Rocketeers. Still down 3-0, but hey, 3 runs is not bad to be down. Peach slaps to an easy out. Black Shy Guy. The Rocketeers want to try and get these next 2 runners out, and they can there. Now Green Magic Koopa. They also have a chance against Bowser Jr., who's not too much of a power hitter. Magic Koopa slaps on base, though. And that provides chemistry for Bowser Jr., which is why they didn't want to let him get on base. That is a deep shot, but it's not quite enough. Yoshi grabs it, and that ends the inning scoreless again for the Tax Evaders. Despite this, the Rocketeers are still down 3-0 because their offense isn't doing anything. The Tax Evaders are locking them down as well. And they've got Fire Bro. He makes contact there, but it goes foul. Not quite a homer. Two strikes for him. He really wants to see this. That's good contact. That one should be gone. That's a home run to score the first run of the game for the Rocketeers. They're now down just 3-1. It's a 2-run game. Now that they've gotten themselves on the board, hopefully team morale will be higher. Now Red Shy Guy up to bat, 1 out. A 2-1 count for him. A foul slap makes it 2-2. And a fastball from Peach is a strikeout there. Now they have Yellow Magic Koopa. Slaps it just foul. Barely out of reach of Bowser. He was lumbering towards that ball. 2 strikes so far for Yellow Madge. In a 2-out situation, and Bowser is able to grab that one. He dives for that. And that holds the Rocketeers to just 1. They are on the board. We have a game. As Blue Noki dives for that Hammer Bro line drive. Returns the favor from that Bowser dive. And that's the first out of the inning. That brings up Boomerang Bro, who misses 2 swings. And mistimes the third for a strikeout. These bros have not done anything this game. This is their first off game all season. That brings up Bowser. No chemistry on base, a little bit less dangerous. But still certainly a home run threat. He clobbers this one, but Yoshi can get under it. And that's another scoreless inning against all 3 big power hitters from the Tax Evaders. The Rocketeers. If they want to make this comeback, this is their chance. If they can lock down the rest of the Tax Evaders at bats, they can get through the rest of the lineup. 6 outs from 6 batters, and they won't have to face any of the power hitters. They just need their offense to lock in as well. That's not a good start from Red Shy Guy hitting out. Now they have Red Koopa, who has 2 quick strikes. And he strikes out for the second out of the inning. Dixie. Probably best to just end this inning here with her. And try and get the start up with your next 2 innings. Led by Toadsworth. She will slap it through the infield though. That's a base hit for Dixie. A tough call for Toadsworth. I'd say at this point, try and start the 2-out rally. Can't hurt. Now they have 2 strikes with Toadsworth. Both teams have full stars, but no one's using them. But Peach doesn't need to. She gets the strikeout anyway. And that'll be 0 for the Rocketeers again. Now the Tax Evaders need to try and get a couple people on base so they can get back around to their power hitters before this game ends. Dixie throwing them outside pitches, hoping they chase. They'll slap to a routine play from the first for the out. That brings up Red Koopa Paratrooper, who slaps through the infield. That is 1 power hitter unlocked for the Tax Evaders, unless the Rocketeers notch a double play here. A double play to end the inning, still on pace, is exactly what they want. Instead, Peach will slap down for a single as well. That is a 2nd power hitter unlocked. Now Black Shy Guy, they need to get an out here. If not 2, if they want to stop the Tax Evaders from walking it off in the 7th. They will get 1 out there, as that is popped up to left field. Now they have Green Magic Koopa, who charges it through the infield. They're sending Paratroopa home, but it's a bad call, and they're thrown out. 0-run score for the Tax Evaders. However, they will start with Bowser Jr. next inning, straight into Double Bro. Having that for your last inning, certainly hard to say no to that. The Rocketeers, while having to face that, also have to score runs to try and outpace it. Their offense has been rather lackluster this game, but they're starting off strong here in this inning with 2 good base hits. That puts 2 runners on for none other than Starred Fire Bro. A home run here would be huge, taking the lead. Instead, he's going to star hit. And Koopa Troopa has magnet hands there. How on earth did he grab it from over there? Regardless, that's only 1 out. There are still 2 runners on base for the Rocketeers. Red Shy Guy, he'll also star hit, but that one goes foul. Now he's got 2 strikes, he needs to make contact here. He does, he charges this one deep to right field, but Bowser Jr.'s there. He'll score a run off of it, it's a sac fly. Hold on, it's a 1-run game, 3-2. This is a very low-scoring game. I figured it would be like 13-12 at this point. The power hitters have just been kind of silent this game, but if they're all silent, then that's not too much worse for any one team. Oh, Magic Koopa takes a long time to gather the ball and throw it to first. So Firebro thinks he has time to run to third, but Bowser is too strong of an arm and catches him out. That ends the inning with the Rocketeers still down, but it is just a 1-run game. That is certainly something they can make up as long as they don't let too many runs go here. A big shot by Bowser Jr. Is that gone? Yes, that is. That's a solo shot from Bowser Jr. That puts the Tax Evaders up 4-2. And now they've got all 3 of their big power hitters guaranteed to take the field. This is exactly what the Rocketeers didn't want to see. That's a deep shot by Hammer Bro. It's barely foul. I thought that was going to hit the pole. A line drive that also goes foul, just past the first baseman. Another line drive. This one's up the middle, slightly to the right field. That'll be a standing double for Hammer Bro. Doesn't even have to slide for that one. Now Boomerang Bro hits another line drive. Toadsworth runs straight back for some reason, not to the ball at all. And that will be another run scored for the Tax Evaders. 5-2 now. With still no outs on the inning, this is starting to look rough for the Rocketeers. They'll need a huge rally in their last inning. And they still have to get out of this one. A runner on base with Bowser up to bat and no outs is practically worst case scenario for them. But 2 quick strikes on him is not bad at all. As long as they can secure the out, and they will. It's a pop fly to left field. Yoshi's been grabbing a lot of pop flies this game. Now they have Green Koopa Troopa. Hits a deep shot to the outfield gap. That'll bring in Boomerang Bro. And he almost gets caught out at second base. Very close play there, cutting it close. But that is still just 1 out on the inning for the Tax Evaders. And they've scored 3 runs. Now they have Koopa Paratroopa, who slaps this one over the infield as well. That's runners on the corners now. And now they have Peach up to bat. She'll slap it also through the infield. That's another RBI. 7-2. It's been a big inning so far for the Tax Evaders in an otherwise quiet game, but this one is caught out in the right field by Red Koopa Troopa. Now with Green Magic Koopa up to bat, Dixie is trying to use a star pitch there. She catches strike 1 from that. Strike 2 comes across the corner. 1 more will end the Tax Evaders offense for this game, but they star hit it with Magic Koopa, and they'll secure the out on Red Paratroopa, mistakenly going for home. The Rocketeers are down 5, but that is certainly something they can do. They just need a big inning, which has not been what this game has been about. This game has been very defensive. If it suddenly switches to offense in the last inning, that would be crazy. They have a good start with 1 runner on base. And a double play! Blue Noki, what is she doing? Blue Noki may have just sold this game. Oh my gosh, what was she doing there? It showed she was on base in the top right corner. She just most certainly was not. Dixie star hits there to get herself on base. I mean, they need this rally. One more out is the end of the game for the Rocketeers. They need to score these runs here and now. Toadsworth up to bat. Slaps this one through the infield over Bowser's head. That's a good double for him. They're sending Dixie home. And she doesn't make it. That's the end of the game. The Rocketeers lose a disappointing game. Close the whole way through until the Tax Evaders started to break away in the last inning. An unfortunate game. But still, the Rocketeers showed promise. Peach is given the MVP. Obviously, the defensive game favored the pitching. Let's see what they did. They only had one home run the whole game. It was from Bowser Jr. Hammer Bro still batting 3 for 4 with no homers and not even an RBI. It's pretty crazy. Boomerang Bro went 2 for 4. Bowser got no hits all game. That's very impressive. A lot of the seemingly worse players like Koopa Troopa, Koopa Paratroopa, and Green Magic Koopa all did phenomenal in their batting. Peach had one of their 7 RBI, as well as 2 hits to bat 500. She also got 8 strikeouts without having to use any star pitches. That's a phenomenal performance. Dixie Kong got 4 strikeouts herself, using just 3 star pitches. Now their RBI came from a solo shot homer by Fire Bro and a single RBI from Red Shy Guy. They did not have a lot of base hits, is what really screwed the Rocketeers over. The players just weren't making it on base, so that when the other ones got base hits, they couldn't score anymore, because there was no one on. But something to learn from always. A disappointing loss for the Rocketeers. The Tax Evaders are still undefeated at 7-0. Rocketeers move to 2-5 as we end this first set of games of the week. This was a lot of fun. Glad to be back after our week-long break. The next game day will be Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. again. And so I look forward to seeing everyone then. Goodbye.